Guys, can't explain. I really turned 32 and life really said, oh, you think you're some big somebody? You think that now that you're 32, things ain't going to be happening? Oh, well, I got something for you. And life really came at me so fast. This is why I haven't been here. However, the devil is a liar. And like we said on the first episode, we are stepping on the enemy. So we're back. And God willing, we stay back. I can't explain because you guys know I hate the inconsistency. I hate it for me and I hate it for you. So we're going to just do what we got to do.
Oh, I love this for you.
As you can see, new set, love this for us. It's not going to be forever. It's just for today because I really had to go to my mom's house. Because sometimes you just got to go home and just reset because the past few weeks have been a lot. I feel like I've been trying to manage so many different emotions. And I said to myself, I can't go to people in a podcast and tell them, say I'm talking life advice when I'm the one that needs advice. So I said, you know what, let me just sit down for a little bit, go to my mom's, just kind of come back to myself, have a bit of space to kind of just feel out where I'm at, because that's the important part. You know, we go through things in life and we got to find the capacity to allow ourselves to feel whatever it is we're going through, whether we deal with it, whether we find a solution to it, at least give yourself that grace to find the capacity to just feel. So that's where I've been at, guys. I've just been feeling and it's all been coming to the surface, but we're here. We are here. But I hope you guys are good. I feel like the mic's like really close and I hope I'm not over shouting or anything like that because you guys know Simi is loud. But I hope you guys are good. How are you guys? Because you guys know I love a check-in. This is where I'm at. But how are you guys? How are you feeling? Where are you at? Have you checked in with you? Have you had the capacity to just figure out where you're at and feel whatever you're feeling? Talk to me, guys. How are you doing? But yeah, so before we get started, I thought we'll have a little catch up because obviously you guys know it was my birthday the other day. And it was a very different kind of birthday. I think in my mind, I was feeling like, yeah, we're gonna be going out, we're gonna be getting lit, we're gonna be partying, because I feel like that's what all my birthdays have been about. I feel like the emphasis has been on let's get lit for Paris's birthday. Whereas this year, obviously the money's not money in, and I feel like I don't really go out that much anymore, so I just didn't really know what was going on and I just didn't have the energy or the capacity to even make anything happen. So I said, you know what, Lord, whatever you have for me this year, let's just go with that. So my birthday was a lot calmer this year, but it was so nice. Like, it was so perfect. It's crazy how much we think that we need things to look a certain way, but when you just hand it over to God and he feeds into you what it is that you actually need, and you realize, oh shit, no, that's what I needed. Do you know what I mean? So it was a really, really nice birthday. And one of the things that I did was my good sis reached out to me from Clear Skin and she said, sis, do you want me to do your facial? I said, you know what? Because I'm not really one of them people that like people in my face. Like, I don't like people doing my makeup and all them kind of things. But I said, you know what? Let me just treat myself. God has clearly graced me and we love that. So I said, yeah. And oh my God, I feel like I need to like put on the screen like what sis was doing, because I'm telling you, that facial has to be one of the best facials I have ever had in my life. And I'm talking from I entered the building till I left. So it wasn't even just about the facial, because one thing about me, I need an experience. Okay, don't even play on me with the experience. You can give me the treatment, but if the experience ain't experiencing, I'm over it. So from a reach there, first of all, listen, I love a girly that is standing on business and doing her thing, and she's got the cutest salon. Like, I don't even know if I've ever been anywhere before and genuinely felt as calm as I did when I just walked in there, because everything was just nice. Like, you know, sometimes you go to certain places and everything's a bit much, so you just kind of feel a little bit on edge. No, sis had everything in place. Everything was tight. Everything was right. Everything was clean. And I said, yeah, man, I can actually relax in this facility. And she gave me a hydrofacial. Sis went in. Sis went in. I said, sis was rubbing up my face. Sis was scraping up my face. Sis was getting in all of the pores. She was sucking everything out. She was doing what she needed to do. Okay, she was doing what she needed to do. So, guys, if you're ever looking for a facial in a nice, safe environment where you feel comfortable, please, clear skin, go and hit her up because she knows what she's doing. She knows what she's doing. But that's not all she does. So let me check my notes because my head tap's bad. So she does like teeth whitening, chemical peels, fillers, vitamin injections, dermaplaning, microneedling, chemical peels, laser hair removal, hydrofacial, teeth whitening. Like, sis is going in. Sis is going in. So please go and hit up Clear Skin for any of your treatments, because that's what I was doing for my birthday. And I'm not even gonna lie, like, she really said to me, like, I had it done on, like, I don't know, say like the Sunday, and she was like, give it a few days and you're gonna have that glass skin. Hello, here it is. So yeah, guys, Clear Skin, love you, girly. Thank you for that. But guys, we are back on the pink couch. I like this because it's a smaller one, so I feel like it's really intimate today. And I do feel like the episode that I want to do is, I feel like I needed to be in a safe space to do it. So this is really giving safe space, and I love this for us. But yes, guys, welcome back to another episode of Peas in a Pod with your host, me, P. So I thought I would give you guys a life advice because I haven't done it in ages. And I feel like as much as we love a chattings and we love to catch up and we love to be doing up, obviously we've had a few guests on, which I think have been really, really nice because obviously we've been planting seeds, you know, we've been encouraging, we've been talking about our journeys, and it's been really, really nice. But yeah, you guys have been asking for some life advice, so I dug deep because you guys know I don't like to talk on things that I don't know. I'm only going to speak on things that I'm either going through or I've come through. Yeah. So as I did that, I was going to do a life advice on accepting the season that you are in. And I think this is fitting because it's like what I said. My birthday came and I was probably like, yeah, I'm going to be doing this. I'm going to be going out. I'm going to be partying. I'm going to be doing the most. And I want everyone around me. And God really said, no, that's not the season you're in. That's not the season you're in. So that's not what we are going to be. Sorry, I thought I was going to bet. That is not what we're going to be doing this year. So it really made me sit and think. And then, like I said, I did what God had for me and it was perfect. So it proper made me think, you know what? I think this is something that I have been struggling with for a while now. And I know a lot of people are, because I feel like I've been having a lot of conversations with people. It's crazy. First of all, let me just address this. I don't know if people are auditioning to be on the podcast or if all of a sudden I'm just more aware of people's conversation. But everybody really be talking to me, like, but getting deep with me. And I'm just like, I feel like this wasn't happening to me before. But anyway, I've been talking to people and I feel like everyone seems like they're kind of in a space where things are either not looking the way they expected, or, you know, obviously I'm 32 now, so a lot of the people that I know are around my age, and we're kind of getting to that point in our life now where we're like, okay, certain things should have happened by now. Do you know what I mean? And it's confusing, it's scary, and it's hard when it doesn't look the way you expected, or it doesn't look like what you wanted it to look like. And I feel like that can really shake you up. That can really shake you up. You know, I made a really big decision recently, which was to leave my 9 to 5 job. And don't get me wrong, I didn't have any expectations on what it was going to look like. I was very aware it was going to be a journey. However, I think now that I'm in it and I'm literally getting boxed up left, right, and center by life, I think I have my moments where I'm like, this can't be it. However, in saying that, I feel like God keeps on reminding me that I'm where I'm supposed to be. And regardless of what that looks like, I have to be in a space of trusting that God is a promise keeper. So whatever he's put on my spirit, the visions that he's given to me, that's gonna happen regardless. It don't matter what the journey looks like. It don't matter where I'm at right now. It don't matter if we seem like we've gone completely off the path that we thought we was going to be on. I have to really be in a space and really know within the depth of me, my God is a promise keeper. So I can't worry about what the end goal is going to look like based off what now looks like. Do you understand what I'm saying? Um, but like I said, it's hard. It's hard and it's scary and it's confusing. Um, Another thing as well that I feel like, and these are just things that I'm trying to hold on to be able to, like I said, accept the season that I'm in hopes that, you know, you guys can do this too. Another thing that I really feel like I need to do at the moment is trust that I'm where I'm supposed to be. You know, life is, mom said it the other day, life's a transitional journey. So things are always going to change, things are always going to happen. You know, seasons pass. Do you know what I mean? And there's a lot of the time when you step into a season and it's like, nah, this can't be right. Do you know what I mean? I've either done something wrong, or I think one thing I keep on coming back to is, you know, you're in this place because of the decisions that you've made in your life. And it's like, yeah, I guess that is an element of it. However, in saying that, regardless of the decisions that I made in life, regardless of, you know, the reason why I'm here, for some reason, I am actually meant to be here right now. Whether that be nothing ain't going on for me, whether that be whether that be I'm in a season of rest, whether that be I'm in a season of work, whether it be in a season of winning and blessings, whether it be in a season of transitioning, whatever season it is, whether it feels right or not, that is where we are meant to be. We are all where we are meant to be. So yeah, like I said, they're the two things that I'm trying to just really hold on to at the moment. Trusting that God is a promise keeper and knowing that I'm where I'm supposed to be. Um, so yeah, I don't know if anybody else is kind of in a space at the moment where they are feeling a little bit confused, or not even a little bit, like feeling confused or feeling anxious because they don't necessarily know what's next or what they need to do or how they need to do it. I get it, guys. I absolutely get it. So I've written down a little list of just some tips to accepting the season that you're in. So first things first is giving yourself grace. Guys, I can't express this enough. And I'm so passionate about this one because I am in a season of learning how to give myself grace. Do you know what I mean? I think, like what I said before, a lot of the time we convince ourselves, oh, you know, you're only where you are because of decisions that you made. Yeah, okay, okay. Do you know what I mean? When I was young, I was outside in these streets, and now it means that I'm here fighting for my life, trying to get it together. But that's just what it is. Give yourself grace. Whatever decisions that you made in the past, whatever things have happened to you in the past, which have shaped who you are now, which has put you in the season that you're in now, give yourself grace. Guys, mom said this is a transitional process. Life is a transitional process. The season that you're in will pass. So if you sit down here proper, like getting onto yourself, beating yourself up, regretting things, you probably are going to just stay in the season that you're in, especially if it's a dark space. Do you know what I mean? So you've got to give yourself that grace, guys. As hard as it is, you've got to give yourself that grace. Like I said, believing that you are where you're meant to be. And I think that one there is definitely something you've got to continuously remind yourself. Do you know what I mean? Because you can have a day where you're like, you know what, this is just what it is. And then the next day, like today, yesterday, I felt like I was, you know, on steady ground. And then I woke up this morning with so much anxiety out of nowhere. I just started applying for jobs that I don't even want, but that was just out of the panic of how I was feeling in the moment. So like I said, that remembering that you are where you're meant to be, it's constant. You can't just tell yourself one time and think that that's going to change everything. Every time something comes up in you, the confusion, the fear, whatever, remind yourself, I'm where I'm supposed to be. It's scary right now, but I'm where I'm supposed to be. This season is hurting me right now, but I'm where I'm supposed to be. You don't know what God is doing in this season. You don't know what God's doing in this season. And you sitting there trying to fight for your life could actually be blocking or getting in the way of whatever it is that God's doing. So yeah, give yourself grace, believing that you're where you're meant to be. Like I said before, trusting that God is a promise keeper, and I'm telling you, He is. And something that I like to do is looking back on wherever you've already come from and noticing and acknowledging you got through that. Do you know what I mean? I think sometimes we be in spaces and we be going through seasons, and sometimes they can feel quite long, and we start to convince ourselves that this is just it. Guys, I know I am not the only one that has been in some dark spaces. And when I look back now and realize what I've come through, it would be mad for me to sit here now and feel like, okay, yeah, this is just it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I'm only 32, so there's still a lot of life to do. There's still a lot of life to go. I believe that I believe in the promise that God's given me. So if that is the case and He's a promise keeper, that there's definitely more to come. Do you know what I mean? And yeah, like I said, looking back on where I've been and really acknowledging, you know what, He got me through that. He's going to get me through this. Do you know what I mean? He has to. There's no way. There is no way. And then the last one, finding peace with the season that you're in. I was speaking to someone the other day. I was speaking to my friend the other day, and she is kind of like in the music industry. So she's wanting to become a singer. She wants to. Don't worry, Shad, you can go. I'm recording that with mum's and my brother's girlfriend's in the room, and she's probably like trying to sneak around. I'm like, sis, do your thing. I'll cut it out. See you in a bit, girl. I love that for her. She's sleeping over, and my boyfriend's really cooking her breakfast. My brother's really cooking her breakfast and doing up. I said, cooking. You was that I mean? Remember when I was young like that? Would you go around boys' house and they were cooking for you? Because mine weren't. So I love that for her. But anyway, yeah. So I was speaking to my friend the other day, and she's in the music industry. And she was saying, in a place at the moment where things are very quiet. She's feeling very tired all the time, and nothing's not happening with her music, or she's feeling like there's some kind of just wall up. But she was really stressed about that. And I says to her, what if God has got you in a season of rest? What if the reason why everything's gone quiet and nothing's not really happening with the music, and you're not really working that much, you're not getting as many opportunities as you used to, but then you're feeling very tired? What if this is the season that God's got you in to just rest? She's a hard worker. She's a very hard worker, and from I've known her, she's been grinding. So I'm not surprised if God has got her in a season for rest. And I said to her, how do you know that after this resting season, God ain't about to put you in a season where you have got things to do? But you've been out here in your resting season fighting for your life. So you're still tired, you're still burnt out, you're still just mentally drained. And then now God's like, right, okay, it's time to move to the next season now. You got things to do and you can't do it. You have to find the peace, guys. You have to find the peace of whatever season you're in. You know, you can be in seasons where you're winning and things is happening and life is feeling great, and then out of nowhere you're in a season of things have slowed right down, nothing's happening, and it's a lot to get your head around. Do you know what I mean? It's a lot to get your head around. But if you can find your peace within that, I'm telling you, like I said, whatever it is that God needs to do in that season, God can do it. We really need to stop fighting for our lives, guys. Like, God did not put us on this earth to fight for our lives. He has got it under control. And as much as I'm saying this to you guys, I'm saying it to me as well, because I feel like I am transitioning so much at the moment. like I feel like my seasons aren't even long. I feel like 1 minute I'm in one season, and the next minute I'm in another season, and and I'm just like, God, I can't keep up. But I genuinely feel like God is trying to work things out of me, work things through me, because whatever is around the corner, I can't walk into that the person that I have been. Do you know what I mean? So it's kind of like, you've left your job now. I've got the capacity to really dig up and work through whatever it is that he needs to work through with me. And it's a lot. It is a lot, but I'm really trying to find my peace in knowing that whatever it is that God is working me through right now is going to be for the greater good, literally, in my life and those around me. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, that is my little list of tips on accepting the season that you're in. And like I said, it's a journey, guys. Like, you're not going to be able to just wake up tomorrow and be like, you know what, I get it, accepted, let's go. You'll probably feel like that one day, and then the next day the season really gets a little bit, excuse me, a little bit shaky, and you're like, oh, we're back here again. I feel like sometimes I wake up every single day and I'm like, okay, let's go. You must know what I mean? Like, I really have to ready up myself for the day ahead, because you just, sometimes you don't even know what's about to come. Literally, like I said, I really turned 32, and life really said, I'm about to come at you fast. I'm about to come at you real fast. But God, see, you know, we're still here and we're still doing it. We are still doing it. And please, guys, if you're in a season of um kind of feeling like nothing's not going on and you're not really holding much value, if God has woken you up this morning, there is still purpose on your life. I'm telling you, there is still purpose on your life. So I need you to hold on to that. Even if it means you need to lie down in the bed for a few days, even if it means you need to cry, even if it means you need to isolate and lock off, you are still valuable and needed in this world if God has woke you up and you have breath in your lungs. I don't know what that purpose is. I don't know what that reason is. You probably know. And if you don't, maybe it's about really sitting with the season that you're in and trying to understand what that could be for. You know what I mean? Um, and yeah, really believe in that. Really believe in that. So if you woke up this morning, I love that for you. And I'm so glad that you're still here and that you are bringing purpose to this world. So, guys, you know what? I was thinking the other day, do I want to still do segments? Because originally I put the segments in the podcast so that just in case I run out of things to talk about, you must know what I mean? But clearly, I can't run out of things to talk about. You must know what I mean? So I was kind of battling with myself, like, oh, do I want to do segments anymore or not? But you know what? I think I am, because I feel like it breaks up the episodes a little bit. You must know what I mean? So we are back with Mythbusters. Guys, sorry, I'm just checking my notes to make sure I have everything what me needs. It's so crazy, like doing the podcast in like another space. I feel like it's really thrown me off, but I feel like we're keeping it under control. We've got it, and we're making it happen. Because I said another week can't pass me by, and I don't give the people them the podcast. Right then, because we're stepping on the enemy. So Mythbusters. So as you know, Mythbusters is where we bust up misconceptions, things that we've heard, things that we've believed in over the years. And it's always based on the topic or theme that we are talking about. And today's topic is accepting the season that you are in. So, first one, I need to push my way through this season. Yeah, we're not doing that. We are not doing that. And I say that from experience, because I really used to fight for my life. I really used to fight for my life to try, especially being a people pleaser. If I was in a season where things felt heavy, things felt hard, things felt dark, I would be doing everything in my willpower to, I feel like I've been doing it recently. Like I said the other day, no, when I after my birthday, lots of things came at me emotionally, like a lot of stuff rushed to the surface. And I feel like God was basically saying, I need you to sit in this for a bit to really let this come up and out. However, because, it's my birthday and, I'm trying to do the podcast, so I'm really wanting to kind of just keep my mental afloat. I have been doing everything in my power to just stay happy and stay fine. Do you know what I mean? I've been getting out of the house. I've been doing me, I've been going for walks, I've been, trying to just be amazing. And don't get me wrong, that is great, especially when you feel like you're going under. Do you know what I mean? Really trying to do what's best for you, trying to keep yourself afloat. I'm not saying don't do that, like we still need to do that. However, I feel like I was doing it to get not get out, like to distract myself from where I was at. So I wasn't necessarily embracing the season. I wasn't accepting the season. I was really fighting to stay away from it. You know what I mean? I was really fighting to not have to sit with my emotions. And like I said, whatever it is that's coming up and out in a season, it's because it can't be taken to another season. So you're going to have to kind of sit in it sometimes and be in it and let it come up. So we can't push our way through every season. Some seasons were just meant to live through it. Do you know what I mean? I've written down in my notes, certain seasons are there to shape you. Do you know what I mean? So if we're fighting to just push through a season that was meant to shape us, we're basically going to just wipe away the shaping, if that makes sense. I hope that makes sense, because in my mind it doesn't sound like it makes sense. But you know what I mean? Like, if we are in a season that is to shape us, which I feel like I'm in right now, hence why so much of my shit is coming to the surface. If I ignore that and just push through it, the next season I'm gonna be carrying the same stuff. Or better still, God ain't even gonna unlock the next season. That's another thing that you need to know, guys. You see, if you're not letting these seasons happen, I believe that every season is like an audition for the next season. So if you don't pass that audition and let God do what he needs to do in this season, what makes you think he's going to let you go to the next one? Do you know what I mean? Some of us really be out here grinding, and you don't even realize that their next thing is going to be their big break. But because you are pushing through and not acknowledging and not accepting the season that you're in and letting God do the work in you, he ain't about to let that big win happen. How's about that? So we need to push through. I need to push my way through this season. No, you don't. Be in it, go through it, let it happen. It's okay. It's just a season. It's going to pass, and it's whatever it is that you're in, when you come out of it, you're only going to be better for it. I promise you. So I need to push my way through this season. We are busting it up and throwing it in the bin. Okay, so next one. Oh, not the screen flipping on me. So next one. This season is holding me back. Now, I think that's the big one there, because the minute we feel like, as people, the minute we feel like things ain't happening, we genuinely start to get concerned and feel like, oh my God, this season's holding me back. I'm not going to be able to develop. I'm not going to be able to grow. I'm not going to be able to move forward. But realistically, sometimes the delay of a season is actually to protect you. So, back to my friend who's in a space of just quietness. How does she not know that this quietness is to protect her from something that she could be trying to step into, trying to go into? And sometimes, if you're like me, I'm very hard of hearing. God's got to go to the extreme to protect you. Do you know what I mean? Like, God can't say to me, don't touch that fire because it's hot. Because I'm gonna touch the fire because I need to feel if the fire's hot myself. You're not gonna tell me that. I'm gonna go and deal with that and make sure it's as hot as you say it is. Do you know what I mean? So sometimes God just gotta just wipe it all out. He gotta wipe it all out so that he can really look after you and protect you from whatever it is that you're going into, or what you could have gone into. So yeah, this season is holding me back. I promise you, no season is holding you back, guys. No matter what it looks like. Only you can hold yourself back realistically, but no season that God has got you in is going to be the reason why something hasn't happened for you or something hasn't moved for you. Like, there is a reason why you're there, whether it be to protect you, whether it be to prepare you, whether it be, like I said the other day, just to get little rest. I'm telling you, it's not holding you back. It is not holding you back. So I don't know who needs to hear that, because I don't know who is in a season of quiet or quiet, and is feeling like, oh my God, if I stay here, my whole thing's gonna pop down. I promise you it's not. And I hear it, because I'm the same. I took 2 weeks off the podcast and really thought that everything was going to fall to shit and I needed to just find another job, because the podcast is about to fail on me because I had 2 weeks off again. Make that make sense? You must, I mean, make that make sense. So yeah, this season is holding me back. We are busting that up and we are throwing that right in the bin, because ain't no season holding you back, guys. Only we can hold ourselves back. Only we can hold ourselves back with the decisions that we make. And if we're making the decision to just ignore the season that we're in, that's what's going to hold you back, not the season itself. Okay, so next one. If it's quiet, nothing is happening. Guys, I said this the other day. We need to start trusting the silence. Like, we need to stop underestimating the quiet. We need to stop underestimating the quiet. I saw a quote. Let me get the quote. I saw a quote the other day and it said, roots grow deep before anything hits the surface. What if your quiet time is your roots just locking in? I'm just gonna let that one land. What if your quiet season is for the roots to just lock in because you're about to hit the surface? However, you needed that quiet time to let your body, your mind, whatever it is, do what it needed to do underground before you hit the surface. But we are sitting there convincing ourselves ain't nothing going on. What if, so let me talk about a time when my season got really quiet. So the other day, not the other day, definitely not the other day. So I think it was when I was like 24. It was my first 9 to 5 job. And I got made redundant out of nowhere. And oh my God, like, you guys already know how sensitive I am and how much everything just hits hard. And it really knocked me. Like, it took me all the way out. I'm talking about deep, dark depression for like 6 months straight. I don't even think I left my sofa. I literally just lied on the sofa. I told everybody to just leave me alone because I was sick of everybody saying, oh, how's the job search doing? No, 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 no. I was over it. I was over it. And for 6 months, I lied there and I couldn't pick myself up, because I was just like, what am I going to do? Make it worse, I just got a brand new house. I just moved into my apartment that I'm in now. And then the people don't come tell me, say, yeah, we're getting rid of you. Just like that. I think it was like the Friday I was told, yeah, it was a possibility to get made redundant. By Monday, I was out. You see that kind of shift there? And you don't know what you're going to do with your life. And you don't know how you're going to come back from it. You don't even know how you're going to pay your bills. Yeah, that got dark. And I remember when I first got made redundant, I was applying for jobs, I was praying, I was doing the most. And it was just silent. Like, nothing was happening. Like, I wasn't getting into the jobs that I was applying for. I didn't even feel like God was really talking to me that much. And that's why I think I got to a point where I was just like, I'm done fighting this. I'm just going to lie here and just hope for the best. You know what I mean? And then after the 6 months, out of nowhere, I applied for Coyote Ugly. As you guys know, I'm one of the original Birmingham Coyotes. And I applied for Coyote Ugly just out of nowhere. And I got the job. Listen to me. Listen to me. Nobody told me that, and hold tight, all of my Coyote sisters, because you guys get it. Those that get it, get it. Nobody told me that Coyote Ugly was going to be the most strenuous job I have ever done in my life. You have to remember, at Coyote Ugly, we were dancers, we were hosts, we were singers, we were bartenders, we were waitresses, we were cleaners, we were shop girls, we were every single job title that could come under that organization. So we was working. I think when I started that job, oh my god, guys, why did the recording really stop? Nah, first of all, because I really got all the way to the end of the podcast and then went and looked at the camera and the camera said it's not recording. I said, God, why is this happening to me? What season is this? Well, I can't accept it, but I'm trying. Like, listen, the podcast is coming out this week. The podcast is coming out this week. The devil is a liar. We are not doing this. So let me just regather myself. God willing, the podcast is going to continue. The thing is gonna keep on recording. But yeah, so we were every single job title underneath that business, and it was a lot, let me tell you. So very quickly, I actually realized that those 6 months, even though when I was in it, it looked like depression, those 6 months were actually there to give me rest in preparation for all the hard work that I was about to do. Mate, you see, when I first started Coyote, within like the first month, I probably dropped like 3 dress sizes. All of us did. Oh my god, all of us. Please, if you're a Coyote and you're watching this, I beg you comment below so people don't know I'm not talking shit. We lost weight in that job. That's how strenuous we was working. We was working, and then you have to think as well. My 9 to 5 that I got made redundant from was employability. So all my 9 to 5s have been within employability. So, you know, I'm supporting people, I'm uplifting people, I'm really working with people. So they are quite mentally draining jobs. So coming out of that to go straight into Coyote, I would have crashed. I would have crashed. God knew what he needed to do in that season, which was give me some rest to ready me up for Coyote Ugly, which I didn't even know existed at the time. Do you know any of them ones? Well, it didn't because it was new. And I just come across the job and literally I just got it. So God always knew that that was coming within the next 6 months. You know what I mean? And how great is God that he can give us seasons of rest. Do you know what I mean? But then we really be out here worried, concerned. Like, I don't know what it is about us as people and feeling like we just need to keep doing and going and doing and doing all the time. Like, it's like the minute we just stop for a sec, it's like, oh my god, like we're not doing it. Like, just rest, it's okay, there's a reason. Do you know what I mean? Like I said before, God is clearly preparing you for something, and if we're not accepting the seasons that we're in, we're not going to be able to acknowledge what season we're in, to be able to know what to do in that season, to get us ready for the next season. Do you know what I mean? Like, literally, guys, we've got to trust the silence. Like I said before, we've got to trust the silence. If it's quiet and nothing is happening, it doesn't mean that nothing is happening. I promise you, like, we live in the world, and the world is the way that the world is. The world is going to tell you you've got to keep going, you've got to be working, you've got to be on your shit, you've got to be making moves, da 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 da. But there is also something called the spiritual realm where he is fighting our battles in that realm. He is doing some battles in that realm for a reason. And when we are quiet, it does not mean that nothing's happening. Maybe in the natural world, things ain't happening, and that just is what it is. But I'm telling you, God is always doing something. If he's got you in the quiet, he's using that for a reason. And my thing was, you just need to relax, because you're about to go and work the hardest you've ever worked in your whole entire life. So yeah, if it's quiet, guys, it does not mean nothing is happening. So we are busting that one up and we are throwing it in the bin. So the next one. So this one is I feel like this is one that I really, really struggle with. I'm praying to God that I don't cry, because I feel like at the moment, like I said, all of my emotions are like at the surface, and I think I might be due for my period or something like that, because the emotions all the time, every single day. Like, you guys can probably see my eyes are like puffy because I just be crying all the time. So yeah, but this one here, God, um, is a lot for me. So God cannot use this version of me, guys. I don't care if it is a confused version of you, a scared version of you, a happy version of you, a sad version of you, a burnt out version of you. I am so sure that God can use you. If God has woken you up this morning, you have value. You have purpose. There is a reason why you are here. So I don't know what season you're in or what that looks like, but I promise you, God can use it. God can use it. So, um, obviously, you guys know I quit my job. So I'm kind of in a space at the moment where I I'm feeling very scared. I'm scared for myself. I'm scared for what's to come. For I'm scared of if I'm even doing this right. You know, God sometimes puts things on your heart and we just move. And sometimes, you know, you think to yourself, was that what I thought it was? Or do you know what I mean? Like, I wake up some days and I really have to ready up myself for the day because it is hard. I'm scared. I've got anxiety. I don't know what the hell's going on. All I know is that I couldn't be there anymore. I couldn't be in that space anymore. And I'm gonna do a series on leaving my 9 to 5 and walking into purpose. The truth behind leaving a 9 to 5 and walking in purpose, because it it's a lot. It's a lot, and I feel like I'm still in a place, a very toxic mindset of feeling like I have no value if I'm not working. Yeah, I have no value if I'm not working. And I remember when I left and I was going on to Universal Credit, and I was so ashamed that that was where I was going and that's what I was going to do. You think I wanted to tell anyone that I was going on to Universal Credit? I remember when I was leaving the job and everyone kept asking me, oh, you know, what are you going into? I really tried to make out like it was like this really exclusive thing that I couldn't talk about. Bruh, I was going to the job centre. You know what I mean? I was going to the job centre, and I remember God saying to me, speak your truth, be honest, targetings. Do you know what I mean? And I did, and you know, you guys are very aware of where I'm at. I keep it real. I can't spend. I've got job centre on Friday. I can't be asked to go, but here we are. And yeah, I let you guys know. And then someone messaged me the other day. So in that, I'm feeling like I'm a bum. I'm feeling like there's no way God can use me. I have no value. I'm just any and anyone. Do you know what I mean? And someone messaged me the other day, and she basically has just quit her day job because she is running her own business. So I'm assuming that the business is either at a point where she financially can do it, or it's just she can't do the job no more because it's too consuming for the business and she wants to focus on it. Whatever it is, she messaged me and she said, you know, I saw that you was talking the other day about obviously leaving your job and having to go onto universal credit, and she was like, I have to do this now, like I that's something that I'm now having to do because I'm quitting my job. And I think, you know, she was really nervous about it. She didn't know what to expect or what to even do, what do you even say to the job center, like how do you navigate this. And obviously she come to me, and then I spoke to her about it and I helped her. Obviously I encouraged her and let her know, you know, don't let this now make you feel like you ain't doing shit, because the job center will do that. The job center will make you feel like you ain't shit. Like the job center will make you feel like, why are you even on this planet if you don't have a job? Like that's how bad the job center is. So you know, I really spoke life into her and I really encouraged her because, you know, we are doing something. We are doing what we need to do. It's just that to the world it probably doesn't necessarily look like anything right now, you know, them ones. And I could tell that she really appreciated just the advice and guidance, the safe space to be able to have that conversation. Because if I didn't speak my truth online, there's a lot of people that are going through this that can't talk about the fact that they are having to go on universal credit, or they can't talk about the fact that, you know, financially it's hard at the beginning when they're starting something up, that like no one's talking about them things, you know what I mean? So it's like, if no one's talking about it, where do we go for help? Where do we go for support? Where's them safe spaces to have them conversations? So I know that she really appreciated that. And I had a moment when I thought, wow, God, as if just where I'm at now, where I don't feel like I have any value or any purpose, you have still been able to use me to help somebody else that's basically in a very similar situation from me. Do you know what I mean? So whatever space you're in, whatever it looks like, whatever you're feeling like, I promise you guys, God can still use you. It don't matter what version it is. Like I said, if God has woken you up this morning, there is purpose on your life. There is a reason why you're here. You still have value. I promise. So God cannot use this version of me. We are definitely busting that one up and throwing it in the bin, because we ain't finna do that. We ain't finna do that. So yeah, that was Mythbusters, guys. No, I'm actually glad I did it, you know, because I was thinking, like I said at the beginning, I don't know if I wanted to do segments, but I feel like that kind of just locked us in really nicely. Got a few story times in there for you. So yeah, man, I'm glad I did that. I'm glad I did that. But like I said, guys, you know, this is a hard one, because we really be out here trying to like stay afloat. Oh, Shan's come back in the room now, guys, so we can make sure. Is it recording? Thank you, Jesus, because oh my God, I nearly lost my shit when I realised it wasn't recording. But yeah, like I was saying, guys, you know, this topic, this conversation is hard, because sometimes, and a lot of the time, like I said at the beginning, we're in seasons where we either didn't expect it, or it's just not what we thought it was going to be or what we wanted it to be. Do you know what I mean? But I promise you, within that, there is reason, there is purpose, whether that be God preparing you for something, whether it be God developing you for something, whether it God healing you from something. There is a reason for the season, and the season will pass. And I really, really, really just need to lock that in with you guys. The season will pass, whatever it is that you're in, however it is that you're feeling. It's not, this just isn't it, and it can't be. It can't be. Like I said, yes, we live in the world, and the world is gonna tell us things, and we're going to see things, but in the spiritual realm, God is fighting a war for us. He's fighting a war for us, and he's getting us ready for it. He's getting us ready for it. So whatever it is that it looks like, that whatever space you're in and whatever that looks like, it's okay. It is okay. So yeah, and one thing as well that I also want to really stress, sometimes when we're accepting the season that we're in, people around us won't. I think I spoke about it before when I was saying, you know, I went through a season of isolation. Like God completely just took everything from me, and he had me in a hidden space. Obviously now I recognize that was for healing, that was for development, that was for to get closer to him. So that was great. However, people around me couldn't accept that. You know, I've always been a very social person. I've always been very bubbly, and, you know, I'm a people pleaser. So I'm always trying to make people feel good and all that kind of stuff. So I feel like I was a lot of people's fixes. And when I say fixes, I'm talking about, because we all are something in someone's life. Do you know what I mean? Whether it be a safe space, whether it be somewhere to feel better about ourselves, whether it be somewhere to feel loved. We provide something for someone. And I think in my hidden space that God had me in, there were certain people that were so caught up in themselves that they couldn't fathom the fact that I could no longer be that thing for them. Do you know what I mean? As opposed to really accepting and supporting that I've got to refuel. I've got to do what I need to do for me. Do you know what I mean? And that's hard as a people pleaser, because I hate upsetting people. I hate letting people down. I hate people feeling like they can't have access to me. Do you know what I mean? But I can't give from an empty cup. Do you know what I mean? So when you're accepting, you know, the seasons that you're in and really leaning into them, just know and understand that there are probably going to be people around you that can't accept that, and that's about them. Do you know what I mean? We don't need to now show face. No, that's about them. Let them go and do whatever it is that they need to do. I think I've said it before. All who is meant to be in your life will stay. Who's not will just have to go, and that's just what it is. Do you know what I mean? So I just wanted to really stress that, because sometimes it can be hard to accept and no one else is accepting, and you kind of feeling like, do you know what I mean? So no, we're not doing that. We are not doing that. I'm so sad that the episode cut off, because I feel like my ending was just so great and made so much sense. And now I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't even know what my name is at this point. I am just talking. I'm just talking, but I'm hungry and my head's hurting me. My brother cooked food for his girl, so I'm assuming there's food for me as well. Because yeah, I'm hungry. So I'm gonna go. But yeah, I've missed you guys and I love you guys. And I hope that this episode was able to just kind of just help you wherever it is that you're at. Do you know what I mean? Like, we're not gonna keep fighting for our lives anymore. We're gonna really understand that there's a reason for the season, and we're where we're meant to be. And like I said before, and I'm going to keep on saying it, God is a promise keeper. God is a promise keeper, and he's got it. He has got it. Even if you don't feel like you've got it, he has got it. So yeah, I'm gonna go anyway. Like I said, the original episode, the ending was just phenomenal. But now I'm burnt out and I'm drained and I just need to go and eat. So yes, guys, I hope you are all well. Thank you for not giving up on me, even though I haven't been here for like 2 weeks and it was unexpected, but I'm back now. God willing. And yeah, I'm so hungry. I can't even think anymore. Yeah. So guys, please like, comment, subscribe, do whatever it is that you do. And God willing, we will be back next week, guys. I love you so much, and I'll see you soon. Mwah.